This coming July 1st, he went home to be with the Lord. And again, I'm gonna be real honest, you guys. The greatest moms and dads are sitting here with you, but I had the greatest father on earth. Man, my father was unbelievable. Just let me go out and play baseball and do whatever I want to do, baseball, athletics, and I never had to worry about anything except go out and play baseball and try to keep your grades up one head. Now, the second part of that, I didn't do a very good job with. If you're all can about that, I didn't do a very good job with my grade. So when I came out of high school, I had to go to a junior college. I mean, I had to go to a junior college. It wasn't a choice. I had to go to a junior college. Everybody hear that? I had to go to a junior college. Wasn't like him, I had to go to a junior college. Did I want to go to a junior college? No, but I had to go to a junior college. Not a knock on junior college, babies. Now, JC baseball is a good route. It's a great place for me. I grew up a little bit. Well, I grew up a lot in terms of academics. Helped me baseball-wise, but I grew up. I just grew up and understood that I've got to get good grades. I've got to get some decent grades here. My grades were horrendous coming out of high school. I played baseball, basketball, football, and all I did was just play, and I didn't think about studies. And God bless my mom and dad, but they just didn't push me to academics because it just wasn't in their life. My mom and dad didn't go to school. Farm laborers up in Fresno, and then moved to Southern California and had me, my brother and sister, and I'm the youngest of three. And so I went to UCLA after junior college baseball, and I was fortunate enough to play there. I was drafted in the 9th round by the Detroit Tigers, and my dad had made me make him a promise before I went to UCLA that I was going to get my degree. Because no one in our family had ever gotten a degree from my mom's side or my dad's side. No one had ever got a college degree. So my dad said, hey, I want you to get your degree more than anything. I said, I'll do that, Dad. And I've gotten old enough now where I understood my father. You guys maybe don't. If I'm speaking to one of you guys, let me help you. You probably don't understand how valuable Mom and Dad is right now. Okay, I didn't when I was your age. I had no clue. In fact, I thought my mom and dad were nuts. Both from Mexico, couldn't read the English language. My mom is 90 years old. 90 years old. I call her every day of her life. Every day I talk to my mom at 8 o'clock in the morning. Every day I call her up and say, how you doing, Mom? Love you. What's going on? How you feeling? So she's 90 years old. She has never driven a car in her life. Okay, that's my mother. Okay, toughest lady I've ever met in my life. Man. If I were as tough as my mom, my life would be set. Okay, but I get drafted, and they come in like Jay and all the rest. They negotiate, and he was a better player than I ever was, so he got a lot more money. That's why he signed. I didn't get as much of an offer, and I said, you know what? I'm getting my college degree. I'm going to please my father, and you're going to have to give me more money. And they wouldn't, which is good. Worked out great for me. The Lord had His hands on me even then. And I will admit, there was about a 6-month period there where I thought, boy, I've made a big mistake. I made a real big mistake. Then I went back, saw my dad again, humble man that he was, and he said, I said, hey, Dad, I'm not sure if I've done the right thing. I probably should have signed, and so on and so forth. He goes, well, what are you going to do? I said, I don't know. I really don't know. I caught a break, and then I went and started working at the junior college that I used to play at as an assistant coach for nothing, no money. In fact, the deal was I could run a Christmas tree lot, and whatever money was made, I could get half of the profits. You guys probably have never been there. Maybe Mom and Dad have been there, but I lived in San Pedro, California. It's a little port town in Los Angeles. And on the first night that my tree lot opened up, an oil tanker exploded in the harbor, and it rained oil in the city. So all my trees were full of oil. So I couldn't sell tree lots. I couldn't sell any Christmas trees for the whole time. I had the 2 weeks off, but I didn't make a penny. And I thought, man, I really made a mistake. Really made a mistake. And I'll never forget this. And if this helps one of you guys, even at a young age right now, my dad said, listen, just make a decision on what you want to do and make it the right decision. Make it the right decision. And so at that point in time, I said, you know what? I'm going to go into coaching. I'm going to go into teaching. So I got a job at 22 years of age at a place called Maricosta High School in Manhattan Beach, California. I was teaching 5 classes of Spanish, varsity football coach, and varsity baseball coach. And I'll be real honest with you, I got real tired of going A, B, C, H, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, ¿Tienes catarro? No, yo no tengo catarro, pero no, usted tiene catarro. Okay, I did all that for 5 years, okay? And I got real tired of doing that. And I gave my life to the Lord during that time. Said, Lord, you're mine, I'm yours, you do whatever you want with me. I was offered a job in Japan, Korea, Taiwan in the summers of '82 and '83 to go coach there. So I took it. And as you can tell, I was single in all that time. I've been married now for 27 years, but I was single at the time, and really had no intentions of doing anything except going into the ministry or doing something of that nature. And I mean that. I was just going to go and be maybe a youth pastor and see if baseball works out fine. I was single. Yeah, no big deal. Two things happened. After my fifth year at the high school level, and we were fortunate to play at Dodger Stadium at 7:30 at night for the CIF championship and all the rest. I was offered a job at a place called Cal State University Dominguez Hills. It's in Carson, California. It's a little tiny place, and They'd never been 500 in like 20 years of existence. There was a little tiny money for me. There was no money for assistant coaches. They had a little league scoreboard. You guys probably don't even know what this is. I'm going to test you on it. Where they had hooks, and you do? That was our scoreboard at Dominguez Hills. That was our scoreboard at Dominguez Hills. I'm not lying. Had hooks. No irrigation system, so I used to come out and throw a hose out. I had to teach 12 units as an associate professor. I had to teach a lecture class on coaching philosophy, a 3-unit class on the 5 components of physical fitness: muscular strength, muscular endurance, flexibility, cardiovascular endurance. I had to do that, and I had to teach a recreation course. And then they gave me a racquetball course and a jogging course, which I loved. I used to jog back then before I hurt my back. And I used to jog like crazy, and I'd take my class on a jog. That was the best part of my day. And but I had no money for assistant coaches. And I made, ready for this? My first year there, I made $18,000, never forget, $18,500. And I had to make 37 phone calls. 37 phone calls before someone said, okay, I'll come visit your campus. Now that's what recruiting is. Recruiting is, I call you, what's your name, son? Ryan. I call Ryan and I said, Ryan, this is Andy Lopez, head baseball coach at Cal State University Dominguez Hills. And Ryan would say, is it a college? And I go, yeah, it's a college. It's a college. Well, hey, listen, I'd love to have you come down and visit us at Dominguez Hills. I'm really interested in having you come down here. And well, coach, I thought, thanks, coach, but I don't think I want to. I'll never forget, 37, 39. I just got married, so my wife knew I was going through these heartaches. And 37 calls. Now, the sweetness of it is my 38th call was to a 5'6" shortstop with hair to his shoulders. Okay? He ended up playing 12 years in the big leagues. Craig Grayback. Played 12 years in the big leagues. 12 years. He was Ozzie Guillen's backup. 5'6" shortstop, 12 years in the big. 12 years in the big league. I still. In fact, you ever see Graves? You guys play him? He's with Rawlings Elite. He runs kind of a similar thing. Okay. Graves is running his team. I see his sons now. I go up to Peoria. I'm sorry I can't get up to this weekend, fellas, but we're busy here, and we have homecoming too, so I'm really busy this weekend. But Craig Grayback was my 38th call, and he said, yeah. This is a true story. If you ever see him, know that. I said, Craig, you really? He goes, yeah, coach. I need somewhere to go. In fact, I can't even play my senior year in high school. And I said, what? He goes, yeah. I kind of got caught in the student store doing something wrong, and I'm kicked off the team. So I thought, great. My 38th call, the guy wants to visit, and he can't even play his senior year in high school. I'm getting a gangster with hair to his shoulders. That's my 38th. That's how my college career started. Okay. I did that. I was at Dominguez Hills for 6 years. By the grace of God, we won a few conference championships. Went to a Division II College World Series. The irony to me being here now is I used to go there. I used to come here every year and play at the University of Arizona. So I was in this dugout every year, 1983 to 1988. And in 1986, you can see 1986, they won the national championship. Well, we came here, sat in this dugout, a Division II team, and beat them. Division II team beat them 2 out of 3 games. So it was a big to-do, and everybody started talking about this little Mexican guy at Dominguez Hills, and this and that and this and that, and I caught a real break, and I mean this in a lot of ways, because I got a chance to coach Jay and 2 of his teammates, Richard Barwell and Chris Martin, guys that are just dear to my heart and my wife's heart. I mean, they really are. And I told my wife Jay was going to be here today. She even wanted to come down. She's got some things she's doing with my daughters. But in all honesty, I had a great experience. I was offered the Pepperdine job in 1989, I think it was, 1989, and I stayed there for 6 years as well. Lord blessed me with a national championship there and coached some good people like Jay and his teammates. Had a great experience there. Then I went to the University of Florida. I was there for 7 years. We were fortunate enough to go to a couple World Series with, like I said, Mark Ellis, David Eckstein, David Ross, Brad Wilk, Josh Fogg, who pitched a couple years ago with the Colorado Rockies. Josh was one of our pitchers there. Ryan Sheely, who's in the big leagues now. Ryan Rayburn, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So I was there for 7 years.